and welcome to Logan Sounds Off, where I talk about books, music, and a whole lot more. I'm your host, Logan Kelly. Hello and welcome back to Logan Sounds Off. Today I'm doing an album review on Rumours by Fleetwood Mac. This album was released in 1977 originally. The band members were John McVie, who played the bass, Lindsey Buckingham, who played the guitar and sang the vocals, Stevie Nicks, who sang the vocals, Mick Fleetwood, who played the drums and helped with the percussion, and Christine McVie, who played the keyboards, the synthesizer, and the vocals. So, the opening track to this album was Secondhand News, and this was a very good song. I like albums that open up with a brilliant song, and I thought this album had that. Following on from that then was another brilliant song, which I really like, called Dreams. I really liked the start to this song, and this was definitely one of my favourites. I also loved the different instruments used in this, and I just thought it was really lovely. Then you had Never Going Back Again following from that, and Don't Stop. Now, the next song was Go Your Own Way, and this is a really good song. I really liked the instruments that were used in Go Your Own Way, and this was definitely a favourite of mine. And I really think that this was it was a very popular song, but I think there are better songs by Fleetwood Mac. But it still is definitely a 5-star. Then a great finish to such a good side is Songbird, which then leads to a brilliant start to side 2 with The Chain. So I don't know about you guys who are listening, but The Chain is definitely one of my favourites to listen to. I really like The Chain, and it's got some brilliant instruments, like some of the other songs that you've noticed me saying throughout this album. I've been saying a lot about the instruments. Then you've got You Make Loving Fun, which follows on great from The Chain, and I Don't Want to Know, which again transitions beautifully between that. That's what I like about this album. It easily transitions between each other. Then you've got Oh Daddy, which is brilliant. I really like this song. And this was one of the songs that I knew by Fleetwood Mac before I actually listened to Rumours. And then last but definitely not least is Gold Dust Woman, which was a brilliant finish, in my opinion, to the album. So, my other thoughts. The album itself. I really like the album cover. It's really nice. And I think it's kind of abstract with the Fleetwood Mac Rumours splashed across the top. And I really like it. Now, Fleetwood Mac have always had good album covers, but I think this one takes the cake. Then, my favourites were Dreams, Go Your Own Way, and The Chain. And I think people will agree with me on them because they are brilliant songs. I actually really quite enjoyed this album. It followed on greatly from every song. It had brilliant transitions between the instruments. It had actual great instruments, and it's ticked all my boxes. So that's why I'm giving it a 4 stars. Now, the only reason why I haven't given it a 5 stars is because it's not one of my favourite albums. There's a couple of songs there that, let's say Dreams, you totally remember that. But Don't Stop and I Don't Want to Know and You Make Loving Fun, I just didn't think they were as good. Now, I'm not expecting for the whole album to be absolutely amazing, but I am expecting that I'll like every single song just as much as the other. And unfortunately, that didn't really hit it with this album. But other than that, this is a really good album, and that's why I'm rating it 4 stars. So, this has been my album review for this week. This is Rumours by Fleetwood Mac, and it was released in 1977 originally. I don't know, is there a remaster? So you might want to let me know if there is a remaster. The copy that I have, though, is from 1977. One last thing that I want to say before I finish up on this week's album review is that Once you put the needle on this album, you just don't take it off. It's such a brilliant album. And if you do, it's only to go to the bathroom, to get something to eat, or to move on to the next side. And that's what gave this a 4-star. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my album review for this week, and I will see you in my next album review. Goodbye! I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode of Logan Sounds Off. You can follow me on X, Facebook and Instagram at Logan Sounds Off. And don't forget to subscribe and not miss any more cool episodes. Bye guys!